Hi, Deadlock's here again, and today we're going to be looking at what tools you can use to pick and escape from handcuffs with. Now, if I dive into a coughing fit, I'm sorry, just getting over COVID, do still have a bit of a residual cough. But yeah, the first thing I would say is a tool to escape handcuffs with is your tool key. Which, that sounds like something that I said wrong, but this is actually a tool key. Our tool worked out the exact size and where to put that slice in to get it to work on most handcuffs. Because some people think that if you have a handcuff key, it'll work in any handcuffs. To prove a point, these are old Yule keys, and we'll take these 2010s, and doesn't fit because the Yules had quite a large keyway. So just because you have a handcuff key doesn't mean it's going to work, especially since that is another handcuff key. They can be very different. But there is other keys you can use, like hidden keys, unusual keys. If you're worried about, for instance, a metal detector finding your metal key, why not try a 3D printed key? This is a key for the Chubb IK70s, and it does work, and it is a 3D printed key. Pretty cool. It's actually, with it being flat, it can be quite easy to hide as well. Also have other hidden keys, like this. This is a buckle, so you can replace the buckle on your bag or anything else, and then you pop it open. Inside you find a little plastic cuff key. So that is a really good hidden key, and for those survivalist types, that's a good everyday carry. Also this is a little contraption that you could use to be a toggle on a zipper or something, so it's just dangling there all the time, but when you pull this rubber sleeve off, you have a key in there. This one's even double bitted. Double bitted, split bit, split, there, whatever, it's a one of them. Well, moving away from keys, you do have the obvious one of a bobby pin. You do need to bend it so it's a little wider open and get off that little knobbly bit off the end there. I've got the knobbly bit off both ends of that. Knobbly bits on the end there, they get in the way and can come off and get stuck in your cuffs. If you see, just there, have our bobby pin for a change. Let's get some high-ups out and fail to pick them. Right, down, across. There we go. So bobby pin, great tool. Everyone uses it, everyone loves it. The next obvious one is a paper clip. Little trick I learnt from Coxie's picks. If you bend it there, like that, and bend backwards and forwards, you get two nicely pick shaped pieces of paper clip. Sorry about that, Mrs. D just came in and made a load of noise. So where we were was we have our paper clip that we just bent into this shape, and if we take these ASPs as an example, just because it's easy. Yeah, into the keyway, see if we can catch that. Oh, we caught it a bit and dropped it again. Not as good as a Parker pick, that's for certain.
But it'll do in a pinch.
Yep, but if you need to get out of cuffs, there you go. Wasn't quite in shot, but I was close enough, I'm sure.
This is where you find nowhere near in shot.
Right. Other things you can have. Oh, but we forgot about this. We have a magnetic key there as well. Parker pick, as we mentioned. Doesn't really need much of an introduction. Everyone should know this by now. From a Parker pen, just that little shirt pocket clip, and that will pick open just about anything. If you haven't seen that, you should have a look at Coxie Pick's Parker Versus, because it is like the perfect cuff tool.
How many is he up to now?
He is over 100.
I was going to say he's got to be over 100 now.
Yeah, Parker has successfully picked over 100 sets of handcuffs. So we go back to these hi-hats again. This one. So this is triple pull, so you've got to get 3 pulls, and it's literally stick it in, lean back, lean to the side, and push them down, and it's open. That's triple pull. You see now I struggled with the single pull ASPs with the paper clip. Fine. As well, earrings for the ladies. It's a nice little pick there.
My nice earrings.
Yes, your nice earrings. That's why I'm not using them.
Oh, good.
As well, could choose to shim out. Obviously, you will see a lot of videos on YouTube of people going, this is all you have to do to escape handcuffs, and they shove a shim in and pop them open. It doesn't take into account at all that the double lock is a thing. So that the double lock stops you from shimming. So if you're in a double locked set of cuffs, first you do need to deal with the double lock. Sorry, having to clear my throat because somebody gave me COVID.
That was not my fault. 1 week at work, 1 week in my new job, and I catch COVID. It's disgusting. I've spent 2 years avoiding everybody. I get 5 days in a blooming office with somebody, and I catch COVID. That's
and then she
not
gave
fair.
it to me.
That's not my fault. I did every precaution. I even wore a mask at work. I was the only weirdo who wore a mask, and yet I'm the only other person who got sick.
Anyway.
I have very strong feelings towards COVID right now.
Anyway. So, if you want, you can shim out. So, let's go to the ASPs again. This is a shim. All you have to do is that gap just there where the bow goes into the body. If you just shove that shim into there, slide it open. All that's happening is you can see the pawls in there and the jagged D-bits on the bow. You're just getting a piece of metal and getting it between the teeth on the bow and the paw, so the paw can no longer hold it shut. Very nice. Very nice.
What?
Just you talking.
I was just joking about puppy. Look at him. Acting like a baby.
It doesn't matter how many pulls you have. Say this one has 2. Shimming is going to work. Probably.
Probably. Maybe.
This got some anti-shim that I don't know about. There we go. Oh yeah, there's a little anti-shim notch on the end of the... That's something we'll get into in a later video, the anti-shim. I think that's next week. Well, you can use lots of things as a shim. Like basically, if you can fit it between the locking pole and the teeth of the bow, it is going to be a shim. So there's a piece of packing material there. It's like that, I don't know what it's called. It comes on big boxes wrapped around it, holds it all together. But to me, it's a shim. And as Mrs. D usually points out, it would be very good to know that if you're ever handcuffed in an Amazon warehouse, because nobody wants to be in an Amazon warehouse.
No, it's a scary place.
Sorry, Mrs. D was interrupting us a lot again. So, back to the point. You can even use plastic cups to shim, paper cups to shim, and even rubbish. And just to prove a point, I am leaning heavily on the ASPs here just because shimming them is easier than most. If you just get your piece of rubbish and slide it in between the bow and the pawls and rip it, but I still managed to shim it open even though I ripped it while I was doing it. And paper cup, All I really need to do is make a slice, make another slice an appropriate distance away, slice that way, and you have a shim.
Ta-da!
This does work on other cuffs as well. I'm just using the SPs a lot because it's easy. It's the same story with a plastic one. Slice, slice, drop it, throw it around a bit.
Make a lot of racket and then blame me.
It was you. Slice again, you have a shim. And it goes, and out you go. That wasn't in shot, but you're saying the swing open. That's close enough.
It'll do.
Yeah, this is my first video post-COVID where I couldn't do anything for a week, so I'm going to call it a win. So yeah, that is a small selection of the different tools you can use to pick and escape handcuffs. There's escape tools everywhere. I have been having a lot of fun myself finding all the ridiculous things I can escape with, which includes what, paper money? I've done that escape. Crisp packets, done that escape. Anyway, so after many Mrs. D interruptions, I'm not really sure what I was saying anymore. So, but suffice to say, anything can be used to escape cuffs, really. The list of things is endless. I keep finding new things to escape with. If you start paying attention, I'm sure you'll find some too. And next week we will be looking at the way the handcuff manufacturers stop you from being able to pick and shim out of handcuffs, and the ways we get around that, or the ways you can get around that. That's all from us. See you next time.
Bye. Push the button. Don't sing the song. You'll get copyrighted.
What?
This is a song.
I'm like concentrating on this, and then like I've just realised that you're just doing
Just doing me.